Another day, another shoe drops on the Biden family's criminal probe. How many shoes can one family have? More than Imelda Marcos, apparently. But seriously, I follow this stuff pretty closely, and even I cannot keep up with all the whistleblowers that have come forward to testify and all the outrageous, treasonous, credible allegations of felony crimes. The lack of accountability is mind-blowing. And don't even get me started on that Hunter Biden plea deal. I don't think there is a single American who believes justice was served. What happened there was a joke. Hunter got a slap on the wrist for doing what any one of us would have been thrown in prison for a decade at least. Now, I have just 2 clips I want to share with you today. But before I get to those, I want to thank you for watching our videos at Americans for Limited Government. And I want to hear what you think we can do as Americans to restore justice in this country. Please let me know in the comments below. But back to the Biden family. Liberals and the mainstream media, I repeat myself, don't seem to care at all about these allegations. But how can this be? Of course, we know for them, their political agenda is paramount. Liberals will back Joe Biden and cover for him no matter what. Who really believes that ridiculous CPAP story? What I want to know is if Joe is hooked up to oxygen tanks whenever the cameras aren't around, just to keep him pepped up and awake. So what is the liberal spin on why they ignore the Biden family criminal allegations? Check out this clip from the ladies on The View. It will make your head explode.
The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe Biden has never and will never give up on his son Hunter, and will never treat him lesser than. And so he is a father first. Take it or leave it. That's who he is. That is part of his heart. There was 380 people at this dinner. It's not like Hunter was sitting at Merrick Garland's lap. It was a bunch of people, and I think part of the reason that Hunter Biden has been able to get out of addiction is because Joe Biden embraced him entirely, the entire time. Yeah. When he was vice president, when he was candidate, when he was out of office, and now as president.
And I was going to add to that, what seems to get lost in all of this discussion about Hunter Biden is his addiction. He's an addict. He's had this addiction for many years and to various things. And I wonder where our compassion is.
Contrast those bizarre comments with what House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and Representative Jim Jordan told Fox News' Sean Hannity about the 2-tiered justice system in this country.
Joe Biden has said things that don't square with what the whistleblower said. The Attorney General has certainly said things that don't square with what the whistleblower has related to us, specifically that David Weiss had complete authority, complete charging authority in this investigation. That's not, in fact, David Weiss wrote me back and said that. But that's not what the whistleblower says, and practice shows that, because when he tried to bring charges in the Central District of LA and when he tried to bring charges in DC, he was denied that again, according to the whistleblower. That's why I think this whistleblower is very credible. 14 years working at the IRS, handling some of the biggest tax cases in the country, international tax cases. So I think he's very credible. I think what he said is accurate. Somebody's not telling the truth, and it's our job to bring people in and find out exactly how this thing all went down.
Okay, so this first whistleblower, we had the first 2 IRS whistleblowers. Shapley is very clear that he was stopped from pursuing investigative leads into both Joe Biden, the big guy, or anybody in between. And we have to make sure, as the IRS criminal investigation, that we treat every single person exactly the same. 14-year veteran. Good for him for saying that. That's the way it should be. And that simply did not happen here. And based on my experience, if this was a small business owner or any other non-connected individual, they would have been charged with felony counts. Does that sound like equal justice under the law, Jim Jordan?
No, 60% of the country thinks there's a double standard at the Justice Department, Sean. They think that because there is.
There are people now that are lying, and no one else would get treated this way. But this goes direct conflict of what Garland has told members of Congress and Senate, that Weiss had all power. And now we're finding that that's not true. So what we need to do, just like you do as anything else, bring everybody into the room. Let's look everybody in the eye. Who's lying here? Because you've got 6 people. You've got 2 IRS agents that have worked very hard on this. They have no axe to grind anywhere else. They just see that justice is not equal.
And that's exactly right. Justice is not equal in this country. If you agree that we must hold the Biden family accountable, please like and share this video and follow Americans for Limited Government on YouTube and Rumble.